Never buy another piece of home decor again, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it yourself for way less money using nothing but a hook and some yarn. If you've ever looked at a cute little basket or a cozy blanket in a home store and thought, I could probably make that, you were right. And today I'm going to prove it to you with a bunch of super simple crochet projects that will make your home feel warmer, cozier, and way more you than anything you'd find in a store. I'm not going to waste your time with a long introduction. If you're into crochet or even just thinking about picking it up, stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to have a whole list of easy projects you can start today, even if you only know 2 stitches. So here's the problem a lot of people run into. They see these gorgeous crochet home items online, the chunky throw blankets, the woven-looking baskets, the fancy wall hangings, and they assume it takes years of practice to make something like that. So they either give up before they even start, or they just keep buying overpriced decor from stores that all looks the same anyway. And that's kind of sad, because the truth is, most of the coziest, most Pinterest-worthy crochet home items are made with really basic stitches. You don't need to know 60 different stitch patterns. You just need to know how to work with what you've got. And today, I'm going to show you how. Let's start with the easiest one on this list, and honestly, one of the most satisfying to make. Coasters. If you're brand new to crochet or you just want a quick win, coasters are perfect. You basically just work in a circle, single crochet round after round until it's the size you want, then you finish it off. That's it. You can use leftover yarn from other projects, so this is also a great way to use up scraps sitting in your stash. And here's the fun part. Once you make one, you're going to want to make 6 because a set of matching coasters on your coffee table instantly makes the space feel more put together. It's such a small project, but it makes a surprisingly big difference in how a room feels. Next up, and this one is a personal favorite of mine, mug rugs. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a small mat, a little bigger than a coaster, that your mug sits on, usually with a bit of extra room for a cookie or a little treat next to it. These are also worked with basic stitches, and they're a great little gift item too. If you've got a friend who loves coffee or tea, a handmade mug rug is such a sweet, low-pressure gift. It doesn't take much yarn and it doesn't take much time, but it feels personal in a way that store-bought stuff just doesn't. Now let's talk about baskets, because this is where things get really fun. Crochet baskets are everywhere right now, and for good reason. They're useful, they look great, and they're honestly not that complicated to make. The trick with baskets is using a thicker yarn, or even yarn held double, so the basket has some structure and can actually hold its shape. You work the bottom in a circle, just like the coasters, but instead of stopping, you just keep going up in rounds to build the sides. Once you get the hang of that basic shape, you can make these baskets in literally any size. Small ones for your bathroom counter to hold cotton balls or hair ties, medium ones for your entryway to toss your keys and mail into, big ones for the living room to hold blankets or magazines. Once you make your first basket, you're going to start looking around your house thinking, what else can I put a basket in front of? And honestly, that's a good problem to have. Let's move on to something a little bigger, pillow covers. Now, this might sound intimidating, but hear me out. You don't need to make a whole pillow from scratch. You just need to make a cover that slides over a pillow you already own, or a cheap pillow insert you grab from any craft store. The easiest way to do this is to crochet 2 matching squares or rectangles using a simple stitch pattern, something with a bit of texture like the moss stitch, or even just basic double crochet. And then you connect 3 sides together, slide your pillow insert in, and close up the last side. Done! And here's the best part. Once you know how to make one pillow cover, you can make 5 different ones in 5 different colors to match every season or every mood, and just swap them out on your couch whenever you want to refresh. That's such an easy way to change the whole feel of a room without spending real money on new furniture. Now here's a project a lot of people don't think about, and that makes such a huge difference, and that's a plant hanger. If you've got any plants in your home, even a little one on your windowsill, a crochet plant hanger instantly makes it feel more intentional, more styled. This project uses a technique that looks way more advanced than it actually is. You're basically just cutting long strands of yarn or cord, doing a few simple knots or a basic crochet chain, and building a net-like holder that wraps around your pot. It hangs from the ceiling or from a hook near a window, and it's one of those things where people will look at it and think you spent hours on some complicated pattern, when really it took you one lazy evening in front of the TV. And now let's get to the climax of this whole idea, the thing that really ties everything together. And honestly, this is the part that changed how I think about crochet home decor completely. At some point, after making a couple of coasters, then a basket, then a pillow cover,
I realized something. All of these projects use the exact same handful of stitches. Single crochet, double crochet, maybe one or two more if you want texture. That's it. That's the secret nobody tells you when you're staring at a Pinterest board full of gorgeous crochet homes. It's not that these people know some secret advanced technique, it's that they took a small number of basic skills and just kept applying them, project after project, until their whole home was filled with things they made with their own hands. And once that clicked for me, crochet home decor stopped feeling like this huge mountain to climb, and it started feeling like a simple, repeatable little hobby that just kept giving me more reasons to love my own space. And I think that's really the heart of why this kind of decorating hits different. When you buy something from a store, it's fine, it does its job, but it doesn't mean anything. When you make something yourself, even something as small as a coaster, every time you look at it, you remember making it. You remember sitting on your couch, maybe watching a show, just looping yarn around a hook and ending up with something real. Your home stops looking like everyone else's home, and it starts looking like yours. And honestly, in a world where everyone's buying the same stuff from the same big stores, that kind of personal touch means a lot more than people realize. So, let's bring this all together. If you're new to crochet, or you've been wanting to get into home decor projects but felt like it was too complicated, start small. Grab some yarn you already have and make a coaster. Then try a mug rug, then work your way up to a basket. Before you know it, you'll be looking at your living room thinking about which corner needs a cozy little touch next. You don't need fancy tools, you don't need years of experience, and you definitely don't need to spend a ton of money at a home decor store. You just need a hook, some yarn, and a little bit of patience, and you can build a home that actually feels like you, one stitch at a time. If this gave you some ideas, go watch the next video because I'm about to show you exactly how to make one of these projects from start to finish.